Buongiorno, good morning, konnichiwa, whatever you want to say. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. I'm Vic here on Vic and Vern Sports Chat. Yeah, let's get into the last 24 hours of sport. It's been quite interesting. A few things have happened in the world, especially in rugby. Some people have to admit they made mistakes, not me. World Rugby, there you go. But let's have a look at our topics this morning. Football, of course, then we have some NFL, NBA, NHL, of course, Sumo, cricket, rugby's going to be on the show as well, college sports as well. So yeah, we'll get into a lot of things. See, there's a lot of you in this morning. Let's have a look at that poll quickly that I put out. If you could visit one sports final, which would it be? I could have put in the Wimbledon final there. I could have put a lot of things in. The FIFA World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Rugby World Cup final, or the NBA Game 7. Me personally, that would be a tough one. I'd have the World Cup in football going in at last. I'd have the NBA Game 7 in second spot. I would actually have depends who's in the Rugby World Cup final. But I'd have the Rugby World Cup final at third, and I'd just Super Bowl at 1 for me. Super Bowl at 1. That's just the way I am. But you guys also said Super Bowl at 1, Rugby at 2. World Cup at 3 and NBA finals at 4. So yeah, I would have been a little bit different, but hey, everybody has their choice. If they would put in their tickets to the Olympics and I could go anywhere I wanted for like 3 weeks, I'd take the Olympics, I think. But we'll see. Look, that is the topics for today. Let's throw in our email there on top as well if you want to get hold of us. And guys, we are moving nicely up to 114,000 subscriptions. So thanks a lot for that. I hope we hit 115 by the weekend. But let's start off with a little bit of football. There you go. It was the Ladies Champions League yesterday, and there were a few games. Juventus against Lyon. That was a big, nice one. 3-3 there. Then Wolfsburg thrashed Manchester United 5-2. Arsenal beating Real Madrid 2-1. The ladies from Paris FC beat Benfica 2-0, and Vålerenga and St. Polten drew 2-2. There are more games tonight. I think Barcelona's playing tonight, and Chelsea's playing tonight, so we'll update you on that tomorrow morning. Yep. Then don't forget, this weekend, Premier League is back. Some interesting games there. I have to wait till Monday till my team plays, which will be live on this channel on Monday, Man United against Everton. It's actually quite nice that it's on a Monday, because then we can just do it, Kiwi Rob, what do you think of the Nations Cup, and who do you think has the easier games? Good question there, Kiwi Rob. Let me think about it while I'm talking. I can do that with my intelligence, think and talk at the same time, and I'll get back to you on that one. Who do I think? I'm going to have to look at those fixtures quickly. But Premier League back on the weekend. And don't forget, we did have our Premier League prediction show. Vern did that one with all our predictions for the week. So be sure to join us again next Tuesday to see who got that all right. Then this week, look, don't forget, big NFL week starting tonight. Bills against Texans. I'm undecided, put it that way, if I'm going to do that game or not. But I'll let you know later. There you go. Then let's move into the North American sport, and then we'll get into a big rugby segment as well. So on Monday, there was a little bit of NBA. And got the wrong one up there, don't worry. A little bit of NBA out there on Monday. And the Rockets are just fripping rolling at the moment. They beat the Cavaliers 114-104. My man Alperen Sengun, the Turkish monster there, 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Then the Pacers, yes, there has been a sighting. The Indiana Pacers have won a game, 127-118 against the Hornets. Mathurin, 24 points and 12 rebounds for the Pacers. The Raptors beat the 76ers, 121-112. The Warriors lost to my Miami Heat, 110-96. Nick Powell with 25 points for the Heat. Then the Timberwolves beat the Wizards, 120-109. Julius Randle with 32 points and 10 rebounds. The Nuggets blew past the Pelicans, 125-118. The Kings lost to the Thunder. The Thunder 15-1. They won 113-99. Once again, it's kind of like deja vu, but it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the main man, with 33 points there for the Thunder. The Knicks, in a tight one, beat the Mavericks 113, 111. Jalen Brunson with 28 points there. And the Bulls, I just saw the last seconds of that game. In the last second, the Bulls came through, beat the Trailblazers 122, 121. So very tight games there in the NBA. Let's take that away. There you go. Then we move on, because we're not going to do any tables today. We'll do them again tomorrow. We move on to the NHL, and there were 4 games in the NHL on Monday. The Oilers lost to the Capitals 4-7. The Flames thrashed the Sabres 6-2. 2 goals there from Farabee. Then the Hurricanes lost to the Wild 4-3, and the Bruins lost to the Ducks 4-3. Yeah, NHL, still early season, don't worry. Lots of time to catch up with tables and stuff like that. Otherwise, just go and watch our... Let me put it out there. Just put it out there quickly. Let me put it out. There you go. Just go watch the ATP show from yesterday. That was quite cool. I enjoyed that because we did Texas. We introduced everything from Texas, all the sports franchise in Texas, and we updated on all the leagues in North America. So check that out. Good morning, my friend from Sirius. There we go. There was a little bit of college basketball, so I'm going to get into that quickly. The men, Arizona and UConn. That was a matchup of 2 of the top teams, 4 against 3. The Huskies lost that one against Arizona, 71-67. Middle Tennessee lost to Michigan, 86-61. Auburn beat Jackson State, 112-66. And the Alabama Crimson Tide beat Illinois, 90-86. That is on the men's side. The ladies had a few more games. Winthrop lost to South Carolina Gamecocks, 106-56. Yeah, look, the Gamecocks, one of the title favorites. Texas A&M beat Madison, 95-56. East Texas A&M lost to Oklahoma, to the Sooners, 112-59. Coastal Carolina lost to NC State, 71-58. There's more of that college basketball, don't want. Vanderbilt beat West Kentucky, 87-49. The Oklahoma State lost to St. John's, 74-67. Moorhead State lost to the Louisville Cardinals, 96-49. And Washington beat Fresno State, 61-43. So it's a little bit of college basketball. The minute we get closer to March Madness, then we'll be picking up on the college basketball. Don't forget tonight, EuroLeague, my boys and girls. EuroLeague coming up there. Those are the games for today and tomorrow, but important. This game will be on live tonight with Vern. Anadolu Efes against FC Barcelona. That starts at 6:15 already, so be sure to get in there and watch it with Vern. It's always exciting. But we've got to talk about this now. Red card gate. Yes, Franco Mostert. His red card is gone. It's forbade. Fuck off with the red card. There we let's take it away. Franco Mostert has been reinstated. Look, I didn't have a problem with the Vic's a friend of the refs. I never rant about the refs. But look, basically, I thought it was a yellow card. But maybe a 20-minute red card. Maybe if you're pushing it, if you want to be nice to World Rugby. But it was never a straight red card. But it's gone. It doesn't help Franco because I don't think he'll play this weekend. Maybe he's on the bench. I do not know. Do not know. But it's good to see that World Rugby has come around, and they need to check it out. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting really ridiculous. But listen, we are going to have a fantastic weekend of rugby. It's going to be the greatest weekend ever. There we go. Those are the fixtures. Look, some nice games out there. Georgia, Japan should be interesting. Romania, Uruguay. Don't know who's going to win that one. I mean, can Wales upset New Zealand? New Zealand, the whole country's upset. But you know what? I want to put this into perspective. Everybody is like panicking in New Zealand. You've only lost one game more than the Springboks lost this year. We lost to New Zealand. We lost to Australia. We've lost 2 games this year already. You've only lost 3. If we lose to Ireland, we've lost the same amount of games. Is anybody in South Africa panicking? Come on, don't panic, man. Spain, Fiji, Ireland, South Africa, obviously France, Australia, all on this channel. Most of the stuff's going to be done by Vern, I think, because I got kind of a schedule otherwise this weekend. But I will be there for the Ireland, South Africa game. Don't worry, guys. Then don't forget, later today, I will be coming out live, round about lunchtime, 1 o'clock South African time, maybe 2 o'clock, depending on how Rassie feels. The live Springbok team announcement of Rassie. That should be interesting to see if I get close to from with my predictions. Yeah, that is coming up. Then, guys, I did put out a poll on our community page about who do you think is the best young rugby player on the planet at the moment. There were 8 choices, and I'm going to tell you how it went. Well, in eighth place, if I've got this totally correct, yes, it is. In 8th came my man Joseph Suwali. He got 15 votes. We had over 600 votes. He only got 15. In 7th place, we had Peter Lakai. He got 17. I was thinking 583 votes we had. So, no love for the Southern Hemisphere boys. Then Pendergast, he got 22 votes. Pedro Robiello, he got 28 votes. Luis Bella Biari, he got 41 votes. I know Vern's crying now because his favorite player, Pollock, only got 105 votes and came in 3rd. Kanan Moody came in 2nd with 132 votes. And of course, we knew it was going to be clear. Old Sasha Feinberg, Menengo Mozulu, or whatever they call his name. I always screw it up, so it's FM for me. He got 232 votes. Best player of the planet. But World Rugby doesn't seem to see that. They didn't nominate him for this year. So what do I know? Then listen here. Let me screw up some more names here. Let's get into the Sumo, where I'm very good at screwing up names. Look, yesterday, upsets all over the place in the Sumo yesterday. Hokoyo, he lost to Wata Motohura. Uro beat Takayasu. Oneshki, now that surprised me, but this boy here, Yoshinu Fuji, he's doing a good job, man. He beat Onosata, now he beats Oneshki. The boy's coming, man. Kota Sakura, he is now over 500. Since I ridiculed him at 3 and 5, he hasn't lost a match. He beat Oshomo. Oho lost to Hoshoru, so Hoshoru's are 9 and 2. Onosato, big upset. Get the sirens out. Alert. He lost to Takanoshu. So we have 3 wrestlers at 9 and 2. That's going to heat up the last few days now. We're coming down to the squeaky bum time. The big boys are going to start wrestling each other in the next 2 or 3 days. It should be bloody interesting. Let's tell you what's coming up today. Oro will take on Watatatakage. Takanoshu will take on Tamawashi. Fucking hell. Honeshki will take on Ojomo. Kota Sakura is going to take on Yoshino Fuji. Onosato will take on Oho. Let's hope it's going to be Oho for Onosato. And Takayasu will take on Horoshu. So those are the matches up for today. But listen here. If you want to hear somebody not screw up the names and you want to get a perfect update on everything that's going Sumo, check out Van's video from yesterday. Vern had a day 11 preview. Or review, better said. He updates you on everything. There's some highlights in there, some matches in there. So please check that out. Vern doing a good job there. No problemo. Then there was some cricket, and the West Indies lost again to New Zealand. Listen here. To all my friends out there in the West Indies. What the hell is going on with your cricket? You are fucking disgrace, man. Viv Richards, Brian Lara, they must be sitting at home on their couches crying how you people have destroyed their legacies. West Indies was once feared as the best cricket nation on the planet. And now you can't win a game of cricket. I mean, when last did the West Indies actually win a game? And I believe it's the T20 that has destroyed your cricket. It's just freaking terrible, man. I would normally say the Australians are mongrels, but fucking hell, these West Indies are mongrels. Somebody from the West Indies must tell me what the word in West Indies for mongrels is. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, I do want to get back to, let me just quickly have a look at, I want to get back to Kiwi Rob's questions. I'm going to go to the DEF CON overlay quickly just to see if I can find it. Because, let me just have a look if I can see the, where's that? There it is. All right, now, who do I think has the easiest or the more difficult run in there in this new Nations Championship thing? Look, I mean, South Africa get to play England at home, which helps. But then we have France and Ireland away. Look, I don't really think anybody is more or less. Only one team comes through from the southern hemisphere. One team comes through from the northern hemisphere. I have a funny feeling. South Africa is not going to win that. I just think Rassie will experiment a lot next year before the World Cup. So I think we're taking the series against New Zealand has a higher priority than this Nations Cup thing for us. But you never know. I think England looking good there. I mean, England is very strong in the Northern Hemisphere. I would be surprised if they don't win the Six Nations this year the way they're playing. But Ireland are strong, France are strong. We'll see. You think it's a South Africa versus England or Ireland final? Why are you Kiwis all now so down on your squad? Can you explain that to me? You've lost 3 games this year, but we've lost 2 games already this year. If we lose to Ireland tomorrow or on Saturday, we've lost the same amount of games as New Zealand, and there's not panic in South Africa. Okay, you don't have Rassie, you have Razor. They both start with the R, but it's a big freaking difference. That's like, ruble and rubbish, I don't know. Or rubies and rubbish. I mean, yeah, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but I think New Zealand rugby's is in okay shape. Everybody has a blip, man. Jesus, South Africa panicked when we lost to Australia. And now no one's talking. Now we have what you call selective amnesia. We forgot that we actually lost to Australia at home, and that we should have lost the second test. Okay, all right, okay. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But that's the morning show for this morning, guys. Join me later this afternoon when the Springbok team comes out. Join Vern this evening. There is going to be live European basketball. Then, of course, and the DEFCON rugby show today, of course. And I think Vern's got a special guest there again. So, Dean from Vietnam. So they'll be talking about the rugby. Obviously, they'll be talking about the red cards and stuff like that. And then, of course, big weekend. Rugby, football, NFL, basketball, NHL, lots of good things coming on this weekend. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel. If you do like what we're doing, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Our goal for this weekend is 115,000 subscribers, so please help us get them. Pass the word on, and guys, be safe, have a beautiful day, and see you later. Ciao, ciao.